This Week in Agribusiness, serving America's most essential industry, is brought to you by Case IH. Coming up on this weekend's broadcast, we pay attention to some of the weather adversity that can come to our farms and ranches. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast this weekend. It's a pleasure to be able to join you once more with the Traveling Man. Where have you been speaking?
You know, it has been a good couple of weeks. Had the chance to get a little warm in Tucson, Arizona. I've seen Fargo, North Dakota a few times, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Max, getting my fill of the plains.
Folks should know if you need a good speaker for a farm meeting, this guy's a good speaker for a farm meeting.
Well, thank you, Max. I do enjoy it. It is a tremendous amount of fun and get to talk with farmers.
You'll learn a lot from producers, no doubt. And one thing that comes to mind is not far ahead is calving season. We'll start to see photographs of calves in the bathroom tub, calves being rescued. Sometimes they're in the kitchen of the house, but it's a real commitment for our producers.
It certainly is, Max. That is true. And that season, as you mentioned, is coming very soon. In fact, it's getting started for some early producers. Lori Boyer in northeastern Colorado had the chance to check in with ranchers in that area.
I don't know if we're any more unique than any other rancher. We try to do our best to raise the best good food that we can.
For Deb Wacker, working her family cattle operation has been extra difficult this winter so far in northeast Colorado. With Colorado experiencing several days of up to minus 14 degrees, we are setting records for cold days not seen in 38 years. Not to mention more snow than usual for the state. Statewide snowpack at the time of this video is at 120% of the median level and well above average in all river basins except for the Arkansas and Upper Rio Grande. Wacker Farms sits in the South Platte River Basin. Wacker, along with her husband and son, own and operate Wacker Farms, where they not only grow feed such as sugar beets for pulp, but run 450 mama cows and about 20 bulls on their cow herd. At the time of the story, they had 4 early calves with more to come this spring. While she is more passionate about the cows, Jared and her husband Chris like the farming side better. She said Jared wants to take over the operation in the future. Wacker shares the story of her operation on social media by posting photos of her cows, which she calls her pretty girls and her babies. Wacker does have concerns about the future of the ag industry.
I'm afraid there's a crash coming.
Oh, yeah?
Things are too good right now as far as the prices and things, and feed prices are the highest we've ever seen, which is really terrifying when you have this many mouths to feed. It's really scary. So if the prices would crash, I'm afraid there's going to be a lot of people go bankrupt. And that really bothers me. In
addition to this year's harsh cold winter conditions, the Wackers suffered a devastating fire in the early morning hours of January 2nd. In that fire, they lost several bottles of cattle medicine, bedding, a tractor, and a whole lot more. They continue to try to dig out the remnants of the fire, but it has been so cold and such frozen conditions, she says it's been hard to get to. For This Week in Agribusiness, I'm Lori Boyer.
Well, thank you for that update, and we certainly hope the weather breaks soon and they can get cleaned up after that fire. That was Lori Boyer from KSIR, keeping the residents around Fort Morgan engaged with what's happening in the ag industry. But women aren't just active on the ranch. Of course, they're active out in the community as well throughout cow country. When I was in New Orleans with the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, I had the chance to talk with REBA MAZAK. She's the past president of the American National Cattlewomen, and I asked her what those women do to keep the story of beef moving out in public.
We stand on the same 3 pillars that we were founded on, and that is beef promotion, education and development, and legislation. And those look differently now. My goodness, if 70 years ago somebody thought that we would just get on our telephone and take a picture and talk about our cattle, that people would be interested in that. They couldn't even think about that. That was the time of party lines, back in the day. So as an organization, we just continue to move with the times. Whatever that time is demanding, we try and make sure that we're on the cusp of that as well.
You were president during the 70-year celebration. Reba, what was it like working with the organization and working with the folks who make it successful?
It was incredible to have such a support system through our partners at NCBA and CBB and then the American National Cattlewomen. We have a history that is just incredible, and these ladies that are leaders of our organization are in a leadership ladder. We have made a commitment of 4+ years to be in the leadership. So we have been tuned, hopefully by this point fine-tuned, but have an idea of how to operate our organization, but who to know and how to speak to people.
Well, thank you to REBA for that update. And if you're interested in being more active with the American National Cattlewomen, visit their website, ancw.org.